Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. On today's video, we are talking about retirement visa. Yes, we are talking about the visa process of people that are looking to retire in the Dominican Republic. And the Dominican government, it is very welcoming to people that are looking to retire here in the DR. And I know that Dominican Republic has become more expensive than it was some years ago. And that is through many reasons that we are gonna discuss the reasons today, but I still think Dominican Republic is still more affordable than some places in the US and Canada. So it's still been a place that people consider to come and retire. Having said that, let's start with the process on how to get a retirement visa. Once you decide to retire, one thing that you have to consider is if you decide to retire abroad, it is understanding the visa process of that country that you decide to move. Since this channel is a Dominican channel, we are going to talk about how to obtain the visa process here in the Dominican Republic. And here we call that process or that visa de pensionado. This visa is offered to individuals that are trying to retire here in the Dominican Republic. So let's first talk about who can apply for this visa. And it's any individual that receives every month a minimum of $1,500 per month for one person, and for a couple $1,750 and $250 for any additional dependent to this family. So for example, if you bring in your wife and two kids, the minimum amount that you should receive as an income every month is $2,250 monthly. If your retirement check is $2,500 per month, you are allowed to bring 4 family members in this visa. And this income must come from any government agency or any private company of country of origin. So now that we know who can apply for the visa, let's talk about the documents that you need to apply for this visa. Number 1, passport. The passport needs to be valid for a minimum of 18 months. Number 2, birth certificate. The birth certificate must be legalized or apostille. Number 3, you will need 4 photographs of the same set, 2 for the front and 2 of the right side with white background. The size of the photograph must be 2 by 2. Number 4, background check, and it has to be from your country of origin or of the place that you have lived for the last 5 years. And for this side note that I'm sure is the same, like my husband, when we went to get the background check, we went and get a regular background check, and then at the end it had to be an FBI background check. Just double checking that information because it doesn't say specific which one they need, but if you don't want to work twice, you clarify that part before you start doing that process. The next one is original proof of your retirement income, meaning that you need a proof for whatever you receive your money, the country and the company. Next, you will need a certificate that you open in a bank account here in the Dominican Republic. The bank that you use to open this bank account typically offer this certification. So you will need a legalized marriage certificate if you are married. If you are single, you need a certification of the you are single, or if you are living with somebody, also you will need a certification that you are living together with somebody. So either way, you will need to provide a certification. I guess not testifying is not the word, but declaring what you are, either single, married, or living with somebody. The next one is you will have to obtain a guaranteed travel insurance policy. And that must come from the agencies that are authorized from the Dirección General de Migración. So it's the DGM or whatever you call it, but it has to come from those in their same network that they approve. So you just can't go to any agency to obtain it. You have to go within the one that are approved by them. The policy must cover expenses for emergency due to an accident, repatriation, loss of documents, deportations, and legal assistance. And the last thing, you will need medical examination, again, that is approved by the agency of Dirección General de Migración. It needs to be approved by that company, of that agency, and that is certified that you don't have any disease that are contagious. And remember, all the documents that be submitted to the Dirección General de Migración, it needs to be in original, it needs to be notarized, legalized, and apostille. Now that you have all your documents to apply for your visa, how do you apply for that visa? And you can either apply before or after you enter in the country. So there's different ways that you can apply for this visa. If you are here in the country, you can go directly to the office and do it there, or you can do it online. They have the entire process in the platform. And if you are doing from your home country, what you have to do is do it in the local Dominican consulate. And if your town doesn't have a Dominican consulate, then you can do it through the nearest Dominican consulate or wherever you live. So now that you complete your application and you document, what is next? The next is the waiting time, which is typically 45 working days. And that is if you submit your entire application with no missing documents. And sometimes it can take more, because remember, this is Dominican Republic. So now that your visa has been approved, you live here in Santo Domingo, you have residence in Bella Vista, Naco, Piantini. Now you want to know, how long is your visa for? They approve the visa for 2 years, and you need to enter the country during the first 30 days to apply for your provisional residency, which you can do in the Dirección General de Migración here in the country. So now that we understand the process, let's talk about the fees and how much this process costs. Application fee, $150, deposit of file pension, $400, issuance of resident card and proof of ID, $45, medical exams, $85. These have a total cost of $680. So this cost doesn't include if you get a lawyer to do this process, any translation that you need to get, or the apostle or certification. Those costs are additional to this cost. These costs right here are just the fees that you will pay for the government to do this process of visa. So now that you have your visa approved, what are some of the benefits that you will receive as a retiree here in the Dominican Republic? You can benefit from income tax exemption for retiree. Typically, foreign residents have to pay income taxes of the global income that they receive after a certain amount. If you have your retirement visa, you will pay taxes on any local income, meaning that you will pay taxes if you get a job here in the country. Your retirement income will never be taxed here in the Dominican Republic. You also get the same exemption that is given to foreign investors, which are, there is no tax on household and personal items that you bring here. When you buy your home, you don't pay the usual property transfer tax. Get 50% tax exemption on real estate property when applicable. Pay no taxes on dividends and interest generated in the DR or abroad. Get a 50% exemption on capital gains tax in certain situations. So this is pretty much the process of getting the pensionado or retirement visa here in the Dominican Republic. And if you have any additional questions, I suggest to contact a lawyer about this process. Just to recap, remember this process is for one person. If you are single, it just will be the minimum amount that you need to receive as a pension is $1,500 US. With your wife is $1,750, and any additional member, it will be $250 US. So guys, this is all what I have right now. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and also share. And I will see you in my next one. Bye!